Donald Trump did a rally last night, so of course he said some stupid shit. Take a look at this. The Hill reports, Trump, I'm more elite than the elite. Oh, God. I will say this. His verbal diarrhea in these rallies is entertaining. For sure it's entertaining. So they say President Trump mocked the elite class during a campaign rally in Duluth, Minnesota on Wednesday, saying he was smarter and has a better apartment than they do. Quote, why are they elite? I have a much better apartment than they do, Trump told rallygoers. I'm smarter than they are. I became president and they didn't. And I'm representing the best people on earth, the deplorables. He continued, referring to the term his former opponent, Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton, once used to describe his supporters during the 2016 campaign. So look at exactly what he's saying here, because I think this is indicative of a point that I've been making for a long time that nobody else has really parroted or picked up on, unfortunately. Come on, guys, let's start repeating this point, because I think it's one of the fundamental truths about Trump and his identity that just gets totally glossed over. And that truth is, Donald Trump, even though he ran a somewhat populist campaign and he acted like, the forgotten man will never be forgotten again. And so that's the angle he had to take. The angle he took was like, I'm against the establishment, I'm with the people. That's how he portrayed himself. Now, of course, his policies are the exact opposite of that. His policies are for the establishment, for Wall Street, for the military-industrial complex, you name it. So what I've pointed out is Donald Trump, in his heart of hearts, wants to be deeply elite. He wants to be beloved by the establishment. So, in a way, he wants to be Hillary Clinton. I mean, that's the truth. And look at the admission. That's what this is. This is an admission. So he's mocking the elite, not by saying, you're elite, fuck you, you're not like the little guy. He's mocking the elite and saying, I'm more elite. I'm even more elite. But elite's not a good thing. Elite's a pejorative in the context of politics, in the context of the uber wealthy. When you talk about elite like an elite doctor, an elite athlete, that's different. That's, okay, yeah, the best of the best. Everybody wants to strive to be that. When you talk about an elitist in a political context or an economic context, oftentimes what that means is, born with a silver spoon in your mouth, inside the country club circle. It's not actually a meritocracy. You didn't actually work to get to that point. It's inherited wealth, and it's luck, and it's, daddy's money, and all that stuff. But he can't help himself. His response is not to denigrate the elite by saying, I can't believe you're elite. Like, elite. Why can't you be like a regular person? It's to mock them and say, I'm elite. I'm even more elite. How about that? I want to read it again. What? Why are they elite? Why are they elite? I have a much better apartment than they do. I'm smarter than they are. I became president and they didn't. So that's him saying to the establishment and the elite, please, why don't you love me? I want you to love me. I want you to tell me I'm a great president and I represent your interest the best and I'm one of the people who you love. See, this is Donald Trump when he was on the campaign trail and railing against the establishment. Here's a guy who shits on a gold toilet, acting like he's with the little guy. Now, don't get me wrong. It's possible for somebody to be wealthy and still fight for the little guy. I mean, Bernie Sanders, in the context of the country, is wealthy. He's the poorest person in the Senate. But in the context of the country, yeah, I'm sure he's top 2% of income or something like that. But he'll fight for the people. But Donald Trump, it's not just like, hey, top 2% upper middle class. He's Mr. I shit on a gold toilet. I'm a billionaire. I run the most amazing company the world's ever seen. So incredible, so elite. So he's on that next level of like, I'm lifestyles of the rich and the famous, bitch. Look at my mansion, bitch. Look at my yacht. I got an airplane with my name on it, sucker. It's like the rappers who are stunting nonstop. Donald Trump stunts. And so you can't have that both ways, man. You can't be like, oh, I'm with the little guy, but also fuck the little guy because I'm super elite and those little guys got nothing on me, son. Which is it? But we know what it really is in his heart of hearts. In his heart of hearts, he's in a room with regular people and he's scolding the elite for not acknowledging that he's also elite, but he's even more elite. He's got a bigger silver spoon in his mouth. He became president, you didn't. I have a much better apartment than you do. I'm smarter than you are. This guy's a fucking middle schooler. But the saddest part is the people in that room, Trump's diehard supporters, they don't spot the contradiction or even care that it's there if some of them do spot the contradiction. Because I think they have this thing where it's like they try live through him kind of thing where it's like, oh, I wish I was like him and I was the elite of the elite. What's that old quote? I forget who said it, but it's like, in the U.S., you don't have poor people. You have temporarily embarrassed millionaires. So if you're somebody in that room and you're looking at Trump, he's pretending to relate to you while at the same time saying, I'm so elite, I'm even more elite than the elites. But you look at him and you're like, yeah, me too, man. Yeah, me too. And it's just sad. It's just so sad. So here we go. Donald Trump wishing he was Hillary Clinton again, wishing he was beloved by the establishment, and just trying to rub it in their face that, no, I'm even better than you. I'm the most elite. And this is like when he said, I remember covering this story a while ago. He spoke about how, like, I only want rich people in my administration. I only want rich people because that's what I want for somebody to take care of the economy. I want them to be rich. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And it's like, no, dipshit. That makes no sense at all. The most brilliant economist in the world could be making $40,000 a year at some university. But in Trump's mind, it's like, oh no, but if I'd rather him have run Goldman Sachs because that means he has a lot of money. A lot of money means equals success equals intelligence. That's how he thinks. Like, oh, a lot of money, a lot of wealth, elite status equals intelligence, high class. So in his mind, he doesn't even understand that tackiness is a thing. I mean, obviously, he has a gold toilet. He doesn't understand that we don't live in a meritocracy. So the most elite of all the elites, not according to me, that's not me putting that on Trump as a put down. That's Donald Trump admitting it out loud. I'm even more elite than the elites. That's what it is. Okay, thank you. I can't wait to point that out in the next election. Oh my God. Do you have any idea how easy it is to beat this fucking clown of a human being? The Democrats are so bad. There's a question as to whether or not they'll beat this guy. There's a question as to whether or not they'll beat this guy. He's so beatable. He's so beatable. You could give me a fucking 2-to-1 disadvantage in media coverage. I would crush him. I would obliterate him. I would absolutely... Are you kidding me? The only states he might carry are like Mississippi and Alabama. I think Bernie's chomping at the bit to run against him and destroy him. Because I think Bernie would do exactly that. But, you know, the Democrats have zero political instincts. Like, I would be running this... I would immediately put this on an ad for 2020, you know? Trump, I'm more elite than the elites. I'm more elite than the elites. It's unbelievable. It's tremendous. I couldn't wait to do an ad about that. And say, yeah, exactly. See? More billion. Oh, Mr. I'm a billionaire. I'm better than you. Look at that. What happened? I thought... You're for the little guy. What happened? The little guy, apparently, no. You're telling the little guy to fuck off and you're more elite than the... What are we going to do, man? What are we going to do? We live in the Twilight Zone.